Huge news today. SpaceX has acquired xAI, forming one of the most ambitious, vertically integrated innovation engines on and off Earth. This is from the official SpaceX account. Let's read the full update. This from Elon Musk. xAI joins SpaceX to accelerate humanity's future. SpaceX has acquired xAI to form the most ambitious, vertically integrated innovation engine on and off Earth, with AI, rockets, space-based internet, direct-to-mobile device communications, and the world's foremost real-time information and free speech platform. Yet, just for those who don't know, xAI had formerly acquired X, which was previously known as Twitter. So SpaceX now owns xAI, which includes the X platform. The whole thing. This marks not just the next chapter, but the next book in SpaceX and xAI's mission, which is scaling to make a sentient sun to understand the universe and extend the light of consciousness to the stars. What's an outrageously ambitious mission? What they're hinting at here is harnessing the majority of the sun's energy to massively scale up intelligence on and off Earth, and to eventually head to new star systems. They're literally going to make Star Trek real. Current advances in AI are dependent on large terrestrial data centers, which require immense amounts of power and cooling. Global electricity demand for AI simply cannot be met with terrestrial solutions, even in the near term, without imposing hardship on communities and the environment. In the long term, space-based AI is obviously the only way to scale. To harness even a millionth of our sun's energy would require over 1 million times more energy than our civilization currently uses. The only logical solution, therefore, is to transport these resource-intensive efforts to a location with vast power and space. I mean, space is called space for a reason. With a laughing, crying emoji. This shit is so funny, dude. This is one of the most outrageous, ambitious, ridiculous, hilarious, but serious projects of all time. By directly harnessing near constant solar power with little operating or maintenance costs, these satellites will transform our ability to scale compute. It's always sunny in space. Launching a constellation of 1 million satellites that operate as orbital data centers is a first step towards becoming a Kardashev 2 level civilization, one that can harness the sun's full power while supporting AI-driven applications for billions of people today and ensuring humanity's multiplanetary future. Under the title Orbital Data Centers, an image here, Starship. And I notice a few things. Is that a Pez dispenser, a little slot? And could this be an early hint at the potential form factor? Makes you wonder. In the history of spaceflight, there has never been a vehicle capable of launching the megatons of mass that space-based data centers or permanent bases on the moon and cities on even Mars require. Even in 2025, the most prolific year in history in terms of the number of orbital launches, only about 3,000 tons of payload was launched into orbit, primarily consisting of Starlink satellites carried by our Falcon rocket. Massive low-key flex there. Almost all of the mass launched in 2025 was by SpaceX. The requirement to launch thousands of satellites to orbit became a forcing function for the Falcon program, driving recursive improvements to reach the unprecedented flight rates necessary to make space-based internet a reality. This year, Starship will begin delivering the much more powerful V3 Starlink satellites to orbit, with each launch adding more than 20 times the capacity to the constellation as the current Falcon launches of the V2 Starlink satellites. I was going to reiterate that. Starship, per launch, is going to be adding 20 times, more than 20 times the capacity versus the Falcon launches. This is a massive leap forward. Starship will also launch the next generation of direct-to-mobile satellites, which will deliver full cellular coverage anywhere on Earth. While the need to launch these satellites will act as a similar forcing function to drive Starship improvements and launch rates, the sheer number of satellites that will be needed for space-based data centers will push Starship to even greater heights. With launches every hour, carrying 200 tons per flight, Starship will deliver millions of tons to orbit and beyond per year, enabling an exciting future where humanity is out exploring amongst the stars. The basic math is that launching 1 million tons per year of satellites, generating 100 kilowatts of compute power per ton, would add 100 gigawatts of AI compute capacity annually, with no ongoing operational or maintenance needs. Dude, I almost choked. My eyes just darted to the next sentence. Ultimately, there is a path to launching 1 terawatt per year from Earth. Man, they're not messing around. Musk continues. My estimate is that within 2 to 3 years, the lowest cost way to generate AI compute will be in space. The cost efficiency alone will enable innovative companies to forge ahead in training their AI models and processing data at unprecedented speeds and scales, accelerating breakthroughs in our understanding of physics and invention of technologies to benefit humanity. By the way, I'm low-key extremely pumped to see what AI can discover in terms of new physics, or possibly more accurately helping us understand some of the major errors we've made thus far in what we believe is our current understanding of physics. Now, just want to take a moment here to really underscore the synergies between these two companies, xAI, which includes X and its data stream, and SpaceX. Musk believes that within just a few years, the lowest cost way to do AI training and inference will be in space. Therefore, this acquisition, and almost certainly an IPO or some very long shot rumors, a very low probability outcome, even potentially folding this new entity into Tesla. I think that's very long odds. I'd love to see it happen, but whether it will, probably a bit of a stretch. Regardless, we read earlier in this, SpaceX today is already launching almost all of the mass to orbit globally per year. The reason is they have a massive cost advantage and also a massive scale advantage on launch. Reusability will do that. The forcing function of Starlink will do that. So if Musk is right, 2-3 years from now, space-based AI is going to be the most affordable way to do it. Riddle me this. How would a company that is not SpaceX be able to get payload to orbit for a comparable cost? Spoiler alert, they can't. Or at a comparable scale, spoiler alert, they can't. Unless you wanted your own competing space-based AI, well, you'll need to use SpaceX for launch, and they're not a charity, so they're going to make a margin on that. All right, let me just say it. SpaceX has already won the space-based AI compute race. It's already over before it's even begun. It's G. Do you understand? And this will create not just the forcing function for getting Starship running, fully reusable, rapidly reusable, driving costs down, driving further innovation, but also over the long term, this is going to spit off so much cash. Like colonizing and ultimately terraforming Mars financially will seem trivial. This new constellation will build upon the well-established space sustainability design and operational strategies, including end-of-life disposal, that have proven successful for SpaceX's existing broadband satellite systems. For those who don't know, I'm not exactly an expert here, but basically the satellites have a determined lifespan of a few years and then they deorbit and break up. So you don't end up with a bunch of trash in orbit indefinitely. And I can already see where this is going. So if you thought this was crazy, just you wait. While launching AI satellites from Earth is the immediate focus, Starship's capabilities will also enable operations on other worlds. Thanks to advancements like in-space propellant transfer, Starship will be capable of landing massive amounts of cargo on the moon. Once there, it will be possible to establish a permanent presence for scientific and manufacturing pursuits. Bro, we live in the best timeline, dude, seriously. Factories on the moon. I want to say that again. Factories on the moon can take advantage of lunar resources to manufacture satellites and deploy them further into space. By using an electromagnetic mass driver, aka a gigantic railgun, and lunar manufacturing, it is possible to put 500 to 1,000 terawatts per year of AI satellites into deep space, meaningfully ascend the Kardashev scale, and harness a non-trivial percentage of the sun's power. Oh, bro. So just to keep everyone who's sort of a little bit lost following along, we started at, initially we could get up to 100 gigawatts per year. That was back here. Basic math, launching 1 million tons per year of satellites, doing 100 kilowatts of compute would be 100 gigawatts of AI compute per year. The final sentence here, that there was ultimately a path to launching 1 terawatt per year, which is 1,000 gigawatts, aka 10 times more. So potentially launching 10 million satellites per year, okay? Just keep this in mind. 100 gigawatts per year is absolutely absurd. A terawatt is bonkers. And once a moon base is established, we're talking up to 500, maybe 1,000 terawatts per year of AI satellites being launched into deep space. What the actual? Let's continue. The capabilities we unlock by making space-based data centers a reality will fund, as I was saying, and enable self-growing bases on the moon, an entire civilization on Mars, and ultimately expansion to the universe. God, this is so good, dude. Fellow space nerds right now are just, no pun intended, over the fucking moon. Thank you for everything you have done and will do for the light cone of consciousness. Ad Astra, Elon. Wow. This news is astronomical. Again, no pun intended. One of the most valuable private entities on the Earth for now, with a very probable SpaceX IPO, likely, I would guess, probably by mid-year. There's also still rumours behind the scenes swirling, some of which have now come to pass. The idea of SpaceX and xAI merging. We were hearing whispers about this recently. We also heard whispers that there was the idea being floated of SpaceX merging into Tesla. Again, I still think that's a massive long shot, but I'd love to see it happen. But the scale, the ambition here, ultimately harnessing a meaningful, or in the words of Musk, a non-trivial percentage of the sun's power, meaningfully ascending the Kardashev scale, and ultra long term, with a base on the moon, and essentially a gigantic railgun to launch satellites. The possibility of up to 1,000 terawatts a year of AI satellites. Oh man, this is just so incredible. And for the Tesla investors watching, you know, these satellites require solar panels for power and AI chips for the compute. So shout out to Tesla Solar and the Terafab. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.